We are live. What's going on, everybody? There's Dennis. They call me Unc. I'm saying one of the realest Eagles fans there is. And in the on the podcast today, we got um we got big nasty dog, my brother. Meet y'all there?
Yep.
Yep, still here.
I just put it in the thing. It's super
All right,
delayed for some reason.
cool.
But we here with you, man. We here
We're
with you,
back.
ready to get this thing started.
Yeah, I know. No, no, no. Why? All right, Meet. Go ahead and tell them where you from, bro.
Hey, I'm Meech. I'm up here in PA right now. Not too far from the field, ready to stomp on it if we need to. Got my jersey up in the closet, ready to suit up when need be.
What? Hmm. All right, Vargas, where you? Yeah.
Hey, how we doing? How we doing? This Nasty Dog checking in. By the way, 843. They called me the mayor down here. So, hey, same thing as me said. Hey, jersey and hats on deck and ready to start the season off. Let's go and get this thing rolling, baby.
All right. All right. So, all right. So, what we're gonna do is got obvious questions, things that everyone's gonna want to talk that everybody's uh you know sniffing about it all in Philly Nation and all throughout Philadelphia, all Eaglesburg gang nation. Some of it also rolled down through the bottom. All right. It says if you were the head coach of our beloved Philadelphia Eagles, what position or positions would you focus on the most? Meech, go ahead and go ahead and run away with it.
So if I if I were the head coach, I would focus on the mobility and the agility of Jalen Hurts, and just giving him that option to be able to explore the RPO when need be. So therefore, strengthen up the line, the O line. I would start there. That would be my first start. We're pretty secure in all the other positions, like I said, and the O line isn't bad at all, but I just wants to be able to give him the ability to extend the plays when need be.
Okay. All right, Barkers.
Well, definitely, I would say, for the O line in order to protect the QB, but definitely, it needs to be shared equally. So if we're going to have a great season like we had last season and concentrate on, a healthy quarterback and allow him to actually stay in the pocket or either get out of the pocket, we have to have that O line that actually can run with him, know the actual plays, know when he's going to actually do a quarterback sneak, but yet to include, we talk about an O line, then we go over receivers as well. So keep our receivers heavy, but also look into the draft to see what we're coming out there at speed and also know that they're coming in with the energy, the energetic, and also going to read that playbook to link consistently with our QB.
Okay, I feel you. I feel on that, and I feel like when it comes to positions, as far as focusing on, I feel like you know, and it's like when it's all said and done, we all know this. So when I think about him, throughout the did nothing that was really spectacular to me. When it's all said and done, I feel like Covey just, he either needs to get more yards or he needs to really focus on doing the right thing by the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think Nick Sirianni is one of those guys that sit back and be like, you know what? Outside of protecting Jalen Hurts with this $225 million contract, you know, focus on the O line as well. But to actually put a little bit of emphasis on, I think if had we been making more plays on special teams, I feel like we could have got a lot more points throughout the season. So that's just me.
Now, I
All
do
right.
wanna come in and caveat
All right.
on that. Okay, we still good?
So I don't get it. But okay. Put our opinions out there for that. So everyone's all excited. We don't know if we're gonna pick. Are we gonna trade our pick and fall back? Are we gonna, you know, throw a little bit of cash? Not cash, but when I say cash, meaning other picks. Throw other picks here and get and go up in the draft to get whoever we decide we want to get, whatever, and that's cool. But depending on where we fall at in the draft, let's just say all the players that we want to get, they all gone. Carter's gone, Bijan's gone. All these other cats that we're kind of looking at, for even O line players in my mind are gone. So now the question is to me is, if the Philadelphia Eagles have to use their pick on the best player available, what side of the ball should you focus on as far as offense and defense? So earlier I said special teams, but best player available, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's easy for us to say, oh yeah, we want to try to get this person, and we want to try to get that person. But when it's all said and done, who are we really going to be able to get? All right, meet you went first. So Vargas, go ahead and go.
He can get this one first.
Uh,
Yeah,
I wanted to say it's pretty tough, but you said something key. If all is gone, then who will be the actual second runner up on special teams and defense on that on those both sides? Because we have to look at it as well. What hurt us last season? If we dig deep down in what hurt us last season, it was the actual experience and the actual cover read on defense out in the secondary. So we got somebody young that
mm,
we can pull out a draft that can read plays, read the actual D, focus on what the actual split ends are doing or the tight ends are doing. That will help us on defensive turnover because defense make the plays and offense capitalize off of the defense. That's my take on it.
yeah,
I think
but
that
at the same time, I feel like
I
I
like
mean we had defense.
Ye-
Go ahead, Meach.
No, I like what he said. I think we should focus on the safeties and the running back issue as well. I know, our running backs are there, but as far as the depth and are they looking at long term future for the team or short term gain for that as well. So the safeties. And then the running back situation, you know what I mean? Who did the first, second, and third? Because I don't know if y'all heard the chatter about what's his name from Tennessee, the running back from Tennessee. They were talking about him coming
Henry.
over here for a couple of days. Yeah, Derrick
Yeah,
Henry
Derrick Henry.
coming over here for a couple of days, but they shut that down. So I think if the talks are out there, nobody's turning it down. I do see, a need for a running back, especially one of the power running backs down in the third down running back for the team as well.
So I was talking to my cousin about this the other day, and I was thinking like, well, this is gonna bring, but now, matter of fact, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for that. Okay. But so for me, I feel like defense, on the defensive side of the ball, I think we're good. We're very well rounded. I feel like
Yeah.
we got good corners we need. We got good safety. I think we're gonna pick up in the draft. Or I'm sorry that we signed. What was his name? That's his name. Anyway, we got a good safety. We kept Brandon Graham
Yep.
came through for us. You know what I'm saying? So defensive line is still straight. We still got Jordan Davis, although he really didn't show me nothing last year. I'm gonna be honest, he didn't. But I still feel like, that being said, I still think like our side of the out. Offensive side of the ball is, however, we are going to be losing some people next year, or not,
Yep.
if not the year before that. So I would say, we might want to start thinking about drafting people, offensive line, saying on the offensive ball, only because we're going to have a players next 2 or 3 years leave us, and I want that hand-to-hand exchange as to how they would do it, that as we say, teach coach and mentorship from the olders down to the new guys. So if I was him, I feel like I would kind of focus more on the offensive side of the ball, and and to me that would provide enough time for Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, and it will provide enough coverage time for him to either make the proper decision relative to rushing it, and lessen down on the sacks too. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
like
say
that
you,
because
Voss?
he is a Jalen Hurts he is a smart runner. Normally, the running quarterbacks, they don't last that long. Starting with Vic and everybody else, but the quarterbacks, the mobile quarterbacks of today, they're getting a lot smarter with their running. They running out of bounds and sliding when they need to or whatnot. So the longevity of him is going to be there, and that's why I keep talking about the old line, because that'll give him, that second matters. You know what I mean, when you come out for that line. So a second or two, and that'll
Mm-hmm.
help speed up his maturity for his decision making process. While he's out there. So by game six, he should be well within his groove and going from there and actually maturing. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to touch on a couple of things that you said, Meach, as well. Philly, you said too. So Philly, I'm gonna start with you. So you said about the decision making process and for the older heads to pass it on to the young ones. But I like that as well. But more importantly, would you
Mm-hmm.
both agree to say I want to see the new guys come in as far as and maintaining that their health. The wealth is going to be there, but maintaining their health and the stability to move up and down the field. Subjected to injuries or whatever the case may be, or how one may get hurt. But at the same time, even though we have the old heads there, but the young guys that we draft and that are there to back up for second and third, they can come in and actually pick up with no problem. As far as well as they're paying attention and practice.
Yeah.
And then as Meach said too, you know, with Jalen Hurts and his decision making process, uh, he is very smart because I'll go to one game when he hurt his shoulder, and when he hurt his shoulder, even though the coach said, okay, we're not going to play him, but at the same time, I think he had something to do with that because also he said if I continue to keep playing, and it was his throwing shoulder, if I continue to keep playing, it's a possibility that I can injure it more than what it is now. So, am I willing to sacrifice and sit out 2 or 3 games to better my shoulder, strengthen my shoulder, and then come back and then take us farther than what we need to do as we went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Mm, that's a good point. Good point. Very good point. Very valid too. But if you're out there, you're watching, why don't y'all go ahead and subscribe to Philly Bull Entertainment? We would love to see you all's faces up here. Go ahead and subscribe. Go to Philly Bull Entertainment. Hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and keep it moving. Take this down real quick. All right. So, follow next question. Next question coming up. All right. So we got everybody was in a frenzy, last week when it pertains to Jalen Hurts and the contract and all that. And I'm with it. Like I'm 100% with it. Like I truly think the man deserves every single bit of his money that's coming to him. Lord knows I do. But at the same time, his contract, because this is what QBs do. They'll sit back and be like, "Well, I'm trying to see what he getting paid. I want to know what he going to pay because whatever he get paid, then I can go ahead and go back and forth and try to see what I can get paid and try to restructure my deal off his deal." So the question is, how detrimental is Jalen Hurts' contract when it pertains to other QBs in the league who have not signed their contracts yet, i.e., Aaron Rodgers? But we already know Aaron Rodgers just signed his contract, I think today, stuff or yesterday. Now we got Lamar Jackson still out there. Got Justin Herbert supposed to be signing a contract. How does Justin Herbert's contract and him signing affect Lamar Jackson's contract and or all those other QBs out there? All right, Michi, what you got?
Yeah, I think that obviously it affects the market because that's how you get the what is it when the franchise, that's where you get your franchise tags from and all that stuff. They go off of that and get the averages. Specifically talking about Lamar Jackson though, I think that him not having a manager, yeah, he's being guided as much as he can by the NFLPA for his contract, negotiations on his part. But if you don't know out there in the world, Lamar Jackson is his own contract person. He doesn't have somebody like Jalen Hurts had the his representative to secure him that bag. So Lamar Jackson is out here trying. He's playing hardball. And people say that the Ravens weren't trying to pay him, but if you look at it dollar for dollar, before Jalen Hurts signed his contract, Lamar Jackson's contract was not that far off from Jalen Hurts. And we talk about should he have gotten more guaranteed money? Yeah, everybody wants more guaranteed money, but and in a sense now they're going to be able to say Jalen Hurts got this, and he's proven himself by taking his team to the Super Bowl. So. I think it's going to hurt him. I think it's going to hurt. The Lamar Jacksons or the Herberts and all of those guys when you're able to compare now. Hey, I'm not just giving you a contract of all this guaranteed money when you haven't really proven anything for the team or compared to the league. Versus just your division. Winning your accolades in your division is one thing, but Jalen Hurts is getting that for doing what he did to the entire league.
Well, so my thing is this: the man signed a contract. He deserves like I said, he deserves every bit of his money. But in a sense, he put Lamar Jackson in an extremely bad situation. All that guaranteed money that he wants, he ain't gonna get that. He might as well take and leave that. He might as well put that ball put plate in the sink and get a ball. He ain't getting that. Now he'll get something close, but that guaranteed, he can forget all that 100% guarantee. He ain't getting none of it because the first thing
Well,
they're gonna
you
say
got to
is,
remember that's
"Well, we haven't even went to the Super Bowl."
Well, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people don't realize, like Lamar Jackson, he was wanting the 200, 250 guaranteed. Uh, and Jalen Hurts signed his contract was around the 179 mark. Lamar Jackson's was around the 175. So $4 million off. That's before Jalen Hurts signed his contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't quote me on the exact numbers, but it was only a few $1 million off of the actual guaranteed money.
Yeah, it was. It was. And just to say,
Yeah, but
you know,
even but even with the no, go ahead, go ahead.
I think the ripple effect when Cleveland Browns gave Deshaun his contract, it started there. It
That's
had
what
nothing to
messed
do.
it up.
It has nothing to do with the Aaron Rodgers because
Yep.
I'm not going to say what I want to say on here, but it has nothing to do with the Aaron Rodgers and the Tom
Why
Brady.
not?
Okay, because okay, so check this out.
Oh,
They're going to give Aaron Rodgers. what he requested for anyway, as he already went to the Jets. But when he was in Green Bay and during the time of COVID and whatnot, didn't he just renew the contract for a certain amount of guaranteed money, and he didn't even follow protocol, right?
Yeah, the masking protocol and all that for
Right.
yeah.
But they turned around and gave him a crazy
Yeah,
contract for like
taking his
a year, 2 years. Yeah, and then so when Deshaun got his,
yeah, I think it was clear.
everybody, all the black quarterbacks was like, okay, well, if Cleveland took care of their quarterback, I know my GM is gonna take care of me. No, that's not what it is. Because Cleveland took a gamble. Cleveland said, okay, I'll buy you out of Houston. You come to Cleveland, get your nose clean, start over fresh. Hey, you're a great QB. You have the eye for the game. You have the head for the game. You can come here and turn the program around. Lamar, when he was there, when he first came into Baltimore, rising star, still great athlete, super kid, doing the right thing. But he had a great season. But then come to the next season, what happened? He wasn't steady. So the same thing with Hurts. Hurts came in, did what he had to do, had not a bad season. But when he had the offseason, he reset and he refocused himself, and look what he did. So it's going off of what you've done as a quarterback and the leader of the team in order to get that guaranteed money. Because you can't tell me Baltimore don't have the money. They have it. They have
Well,
it.
see the thing about Baltimore, they had the same issue that Aaron Rodgers had in Green Bay, to where you have a superstar at quarterback, but you don't have any weapons. If you look at the last season of the Ravens, they were depleted. All of their running backs, I mean, they were down to the third, fourth option for the running back. They
Yeah.
didn't have really receivers and all of that. So that's what people were talking about now with them signing Odell. Of him actually getting some weapons in um, Baltimore. So I don't think the thing for like I go back to what you said, the contract with Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. That's what set everything off. I won't say anything with Jalen Hurts, because if you look at Russell Westbrook, his not Westbrook, Russell.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson's
Wilson.
contract. Russell Wilson got a hefty contract as well. A lot of guaranteed money was inside of his, and he hasn't really proven anything from the QB position in a couple years. Once they broke up the Legion of Boom up there in Seattle, Russell Wilson has been himself. So I think that the Deshaun Watson offset everything more so than Jalen Hurts did.
I agree. I totally agree.
Man, look here. Russell Wilson is he is the bong of all bongs. You hear me? That man went up to Denver and destroyed them boys. I don't know what the hell thing when he got up there. I was like, come on, bro. What the fuck is this? You really mean to tell me you all paid all this money for this shit here? This?
Yeah.
I can't even.
Bro, it's money. I don't know who was. Because even goddamn Kyler Murray got paid. And he don't even like the work.
Yeah.
Look at this damn playbook. He got paid.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think
I mean,
there's a
what does
question
it
of
you got
Lamar
paid him?
Jackson and his. I don't think there's ever been a question of Lamar Jackson and his talent, his throwing ability. If you look at his statistics over the years, Lamar Jackson has increased in his. I mean, just about every statistical category that there is for a quarterback to be rated at. He's pretty much improved in just about all of them. So I don't think that the talent is there. His game management has definitely been there as far as the injuries. He's definitely been injury prone just about every single year, but I think that the oversight is the lack of talent or weapons for him to throw the ball to or pass the ball to, because he really doesn't have any help up in Baltimore.
And see, that's where the GM and the coach need to
But
recognize
I
is
feel,
that
but I
you
feel
got a
like,
quarterback.
but that I feel like that could go into. No, I feel like with that though, that because he doesn't quote unquote have weapons to throw to and all that stuff, and that's the reason why he runs the ball so much because he doesn't. I don't think he trusts some of his receivers, and I don't think he trusts some of his linebackers. Well, not linebackers, but some of his O linemen to keep in the pocket to where he feels secure enough to stay in the pocket and throw the ball because it statistically says or statistics say that the more you the more he's going to get hurt. Like Jalen Hurts, yeah, he runs the ball, but guess what? He eventually, and I hate to say it, but eventually that's going to take a toll on him. And I don't want that man. Which is another reason why I say revert back to the O line. And now I'm not gonna say make him a pocket passer, run if need be, but throw for your first option. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at the average tenure of a running quarterback is nothing, in comparison to a pocket passer, a true pocket passer. Obviously, they're going to last a lot longer, and like what you're saying, I'm agreeing with you because every time he runs, because he doesn't feel confident that from a business standpoint, because everybody forgets that the NFL is a business, at the end of the day. From
Hmm.
a business standpoint, I'm not going to want to continue to pay somebody when they're putting themselves out in that position to get hurt by running, and if he's not making all the smart dives and all of this type of stuff, trying to extend the plays. That's good for right now, but that's not good from a business perspective on him getting, because Lamar Jackson's his contracts are structured a lot for injuries. So that's something that he has in his
Right.
contract. And that's something that they're looking at as well.
Yeah, yeah. But as you say
Go
again,
ahead, Nas.
you also have to have when you're drafting, you have to have the right picks. And them guys have to understand that your job is solely to protect your QB. And Michi, you said the right thing. I don't think he trusts his O line, and well, Philly, I don't think he trusts his O line, and I don't think he trusts his receivers. Because if you actually go back and look at his stats, he was level and rising across the board in his, I think, what, second year, maybe third year. But then when they started shopping all his weapons, he had to make the choice to run the ball. That's why his yards went up in rushing.
Yeah.
But for us,
Mm,
we're good.
mm-hmm.
We're good because Jelly can get into his tight ends. Even though we have a tight end, his hands sometimes like jelly and peanut butter. He don't know which hand to catch it with. But at the same time, we still have our weapon. Yeah. Our tight end, he sometimes he might put jelly on his hands with peanut butter, depending on which one stick.
True, true indeed, true indeed, true indeed. So that being said, as far as run, as far as football, we got what we got Penny, just signed Penny from Seattle, which is a straight dog.
Hmm.
Me and my cousin talked about it yesterday, and that's something else I want to talk about. But so we got him. We got our other running back, and I kept for the life of me, I'm just drawing a blank. I think of that boy, and hey,
You
goodness
talking about the kid from
gracious, what's our
Texas?
running back name? I can't think of it. No.
Who you mean?
Oh my goodness, a running
Who
back.
we talk about?
Not Boston Scott.
Well, yeah,
A
I
running
can't
back.
I can't call his name either.
Gainwell.
I don't know why am I drawing right now?
Sermon, Brooks, Gainwell.
Gainwell,
Mm-mm.
man, Gainwell. Good lord, I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Anyway, so we got Gainwell. We all know Gainwell. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but Gainwell. So we all know Gainwell is nice. We all know this nice.
Yeah.
Boston Scott, they're probably going to keep him as a punt returner and use him as sometime back. But if we luck up, and it's a good possibility that it could, depending on what the other nine picks are picking, and depending on if we are able to trade up or trade back or whatever. If we get B. John Robinson, look at him.
From
How does that
from
affect the
from
penny?
Texas.
The
You
penny?
talking about the running back from
No,
Texas, right?
yeah, from Texas. It
Yep.
right, right. If we get B. John Robinson, how does that affect the penny signing? And would that make it a meaningless signing for Penny? At that point, I
I think
feel
it
like
does, man.
Penny when they signed him, but well, if you think about it like this, it may not be because if you think about it, they signed Penny. If we can get B. John Robinson off the bench, so guess what? Bejan could be our all time back. Gainwell could be our transition back whenever Bijan needs rest because we still and he'll just play the number two role again. And then on third downs, we put in Penny. So you got a three-headed monster, really two-headed monster because it'd be by Johnny Gainwell. But and then you got Penny, and we all know that we can't really use Penny like that because he's prone to injury. So if he's prone to
Right.
injury like that, we're not really
Mm-hmm.
running him
Mm-hmm.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if you look at his stats before the man was a dog, he just couldn't stay healthy. So my thing is, if you take him and use him as a third down back, you know what I'm saying, probably possibly fourth down back, you're limiting his carries. You're still keeping him healthy, and he's lasting the whole season relative to running for the game. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think that it will be meaningless. Not me. I don't think it would. I think it'll be a smart decision to get him like that. That's just me.
I
I think we should go after the kid from Texas. That's just me.
Bijan, yeah.
Yeah, the boy is like a transformer, a predator, a Arnold Schwarzenegger, all in the one man. The boy's a
But
dog, man.
the question is he gonna last to the 10th pick?
I'll give him 7 if he keep running the way he's running, but he got to put a little meat on his weight on his bones because he ain't playing with no rookies.
No. I'm saying will he last? Meaning, uh, I'm sure somebody out there, somebody else is gonna, need a running back of his caliber before we get to the Eagles, before we get to our first pick.
Well, it all about what round he comes in at, and then who he probably go to a team that's really well. It'd be a blessing that he get picks up to go to a team, but if he goes to a team that actually have a great record, a good stability and financial background, then yeah, great for him. But if nobody picks him up, shoot, I'll be right there ready to jump on him. I'll jump on him
Because
quick.
if you look at all the teams that picked before us, there's a lot of just about all of them have a need for a decent running back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
like,
mean, if
but
you,
who? So
it,
who picks in front of us? Anybody got it
you
up?
Carolina, Texas, Arizona does, Indy. I mean, and just starting with the Texans right there. I mean, this is like they're rebuilding for the next couple of years. This is their rebuilding time. They just got their quarterback. I mean, their coach they just signed, and then pretty much they blew up their roster, from last year. So I mean, they have a desperate need for them. The Bears, the Falcons, the Regulars, the Lions, the Seahawks, the Colts. The Texans
So
and the
okay, so you figure that, but most of those teams they're gonna go quarterback. They're not gonna go. They're not gonna be thinking about running back. I did most of them.
Yeah, most of them, because
If
Arizona's
you
not
look
going to
at
go
them,
QB. Carolina,
most
they
of
just signed. They just signed. Oh boy, they just signed. Oh boy. So I mean, Texans, yeah, they need a quarterback too. So they'll probably, go for Young or Stroud, with theirs.
them.
Um,
Hmm.
and if you look at Arizona, I don't know the Arizona roster, to be honest with you, as far as their running back roster. So I mean, they may need one. Indianapolis, they just got the quarterback for who's their quarterback?
What's that boy name? Uh,
They just
because
got
Matt
him, right?
Ryan just left. Didn't they? What's that boy
Yep.
name? Yeah, they just got him.
Seattle,
But
they still running
no,
with
yeah,
Geno.
anyway.
Yes, yeah. Seattle's
Right.
running with Geno. Detroit, they got their quarterback that they got from they traded him from the Rams, a couple years ago. The Raiders, they need a quarterback.
Right. So it's so before us is going to be somewhat. I would think will be somewhat quarterback heavy. So you might
Hmm.
get out of all 9 teams in front of us, you might have two, maybe a three that could potentially try to get him. But even with that being
Draft the
said,
running back.
if that's yeah, draft the running back. So if that's the case, what about Carter now? Is Carter still going to be there? I doubt it. I highly
I
doubt it
doubt it.
because I don't care if you need a quarterback or not. I'm getting him. I'm getting him. I don't. We can get a quarterback later. We gonna get
Right,
him.
right.
That's just me. So that's just how I feel about the whole thing. It's like, all right, it is what it is. But I just feel like back to the whole Bijan Robinson question. I just feel like I don't think it will be a meaningless signing. I think it'll be somewhat of a smart signing. But if we don't get him, then I feel like we do have to somehow acquire another running back somewhere in that draft. How
Gotcha.
how
Yeah.
when I don't know, but again, I think it will have to come after the O line because right now
Because you know
Gainwell and Penny they're gonna be it, and
you know
we'll see if
we
anybody
have
Scott.
five on we have five on the books though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like we can toss up too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying to come up,
Yeah.
we can toss it, and then because next year what we got six next year I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Yep.
So I just feel like we can take two chunk these two up. We still have a decent squad. Almost everyone's here outside of Riddick and Hargrave.
Yeah.
It's no Hargrave's still here. Yeah, Riddick. And I'm so upset the damn Niners got that man because they are gonna be something serious this coming. Boy, I do not want to play them. I do not want to play them. Them boys gonna be something
Yeah.
terrible. Their defense is. They just gotta have
Because I
someone
mean,
with the ball.
like, and I keep saying, O line to give them the maturity. I think that that's one of the primary focuses. But the this what I was saying too, as far as the longevity of the defensive line as well. That's something to be looked at too. Because a couple of them
Mm-hmm.
are due
Mm-hmm.
to leave next year. Then you have the free agents, Fletcher Clocks. I don't know if he signed if he did another contract.
But I think he said in one of the podcasts I think like last year that he don't ever want to play for another team. And honestly,
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I feel like if he did play for another team, that would hurt so bad if he played for another team. I don't ever want to see Fletcher Cox in
Oh yeah.
another uniform outside of ours, bro. Period. And honestly, that's how I feel like I'm serious. I feel like he would take a team friendly deal just to stay.
Yeah.
In that because I feel like Fletcher Cox would literally be like another Daryl Dawkins. Like he's not he
Yep.
retires out of the league, goes out, start and it becomes some kind of defensive something coordinator, defense D something, D analyst something dealing with the Eagles. Like he's still gonna be employed with the Eagles. I don't think he's one
Right.
of
Right.
those jump shit. Play for any other team. I don't think he's like that. 'Cause I know
Yeah.
Kelsey. When Kelsey say he done that shit, he ain't playing with another team. I don't blame him. Long live Kelsey.
Right.
But yeah, outside of that, man, just open discussion now. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oops. Open discussion now. So yeah, man, that's just what it is. I don't know what it is with this connection, but it was fine just yesterday when I was tweaking some stuff. It was fine, but I don't know. We'll
You
see.
know how it goes, man. You know how it goes when you actually go live on here.
Yeah, everything be fucking up. Everything that you thought wasn't gonna happen. Oh yeah, well watch this. Yeah, gotcha, Geechee. But yeah, man, I know. Yeah, like but fuck, fuck around hey, like we said before, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? We'll be coming up with some of the latest news here and there. I'm gonna try to get uh the focus on this podcast, honestly, since our first one is to try to get I would like to get 3 and 3. I would like to get three Eagles, three my favorite Eagles fans, and three of the opposing teams fans. So if you know someone's out there that we're going to be playing, they're on the opposing team, we can get in. Cool. Let's go ahead and get them on the podcast. It'd be nice, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to get different views from everybody, and I want to get some rivalries going on. I want to get some shit talking going on. I want all that popping off on this podcast. So I ain't gonna lie. So
Oh,
like I said,
you said
so
open
I'm not.
discussion. What's the word with Patricia?
So Matt Patricia, he's signed with, but he's like a defensive something. He ain't calling
Yeah.
plays, like he's not on the field.
Right. Right. Right.
But him and Slay had a thing, because
Hmm.
so I was I'm quite sure Slay going, hey, look here, we need to talk. You know what I'm saying? What's all this shit you was talking about? Me talking about I ain't gonna be shit. What's all that about? Because and I hate to say it because I don't want Matt Patricia to come in later on talk about, well, no, can't do it because Slay can't do that, and he come in and start fucking about defense. I ain't with it.
Right.
I ain't with it at all. So if he got
Right.
something to say, like let me know. my guy. Guess what? I'm on the side. Straight up.
Yeah, yeah. He's like number two.
Even with
He's like the number two man.
who?
Patricia,
Matt Patricia?
number two, number two.
For
Yeah,
our
he's the
defense?
number two defensive man. Yeah, yeah. He overall number two man.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, he better be making the right damn calls. That's all I know.
yeah.
Don't
So
come here fucking up
I know he'll be
our
out there.
flow.
I
I
know
mean,
he'll have some influence. Obviously, he's not going to have the breath that he had at the Lions or anywhere else. But he'll have some influence. So I think that I think that he's value added to the team. He's proven that he obviously is not ready to be head coach or whatnot, but he's some value added to the team. I just want to know like if they're saying anything on like you just said his play calling abilities or the potential for him calling plays or how big of a role is he actually going to have. But he's like the number two man on the defensive coaching side.
yeah, all I know is he better not come in here fucking shit up. That's all I know. I'm saying our defense was nice last year. It's going to continue to be. As long that's all I know. If he do, I'm gonna go and smash his face and make him eat a cheesesteak. Like you don't understand us. You know what I'm saying? Like we hard. We result now. We don't want them 2 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
second you come in, Matt Patricia, if you out there, you know what I'm saying, you walk into the Regal Eagle, Matt Patricia, if you out there, you better make damn sure that big play slays. Damn sure that big play slay gets an interception. Because if you don't, we coming for you. That's how we do. That's how we get down. You know what I mean? Fuck the dumb shit. I ain't with it. Straight. I ain't with. But shout out to Big Lynn. Shout out to Gotti. They just moved up to up north to another city. So congratulations on the move, big bro. My man meets you right here. You know what I'm saying down here when we was at both B Dubs in Hampton, Virginia, a long time ago. Repping our boy. I think we won that game too. We
We
won
won
that
that
game
game.
because uh can't remember who was in the family. And when we got that pick to end the game, I pointed like,
Yeah,
I told you we was gonna
yeah,
win.
yeah, yeah.
It was against the boys too. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like I said, hey, if you go ahead, if you look at the ticker down at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, subscribe to Philly Bull Entertainment, subscribe to all the YouTube channels, subscribe to all the Instagram channels, all the Facebook pages, all that stuff. Do all that, man. And but before we go, I'd like to go ahead and give y'all this quick video clip. What's one of my favorite goes down in history?
Nothing. That's what I thought you said. Because that's what I got right now. Nothing. $1 million a week business. Reduce the fucking rebels. What, huh? Nino. Huh? It's your responsibility, huh? Nino! I never liked you anyway. Pretty motherfucker.
For all those whack ass cowboy fans out there. All right. So with that being said, Meech, you got anything for the people
No,
out
man,
there?
I just appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity, man, for the invite up here for the very first one, and hopefully we get better. Everybody's out there, hoping they're liking it, what they're seeing, and being able to actually get in and have some input on here, so they go ahead and subscribe, like you said, to Philly Bowl Entertainment. Everything else they see down there, keep it up. It's only going to get better from here. So, like I said, just appreciate the invite and all the love over the years, man.
That's right. That's right. So with that, we're gonna sign off. Hey, Dennis, aka Unc, we out of here. Michi, we out of here, man. And stay
We
tuned
out,
to the
baby.
next one. Love y'all.
Y'all take it easy.
All right, peace.